Good evening, my dear friends. Am I audible? Are our interpreters ready? Yes, we are. I see that in the Russian room, we have so many people joining. Altogether, there are 863 and some more to join. So please tell me whether I am audible and all the interpreters are ready. Yes, we can hear and see you quite well. There are some regards from Italy. I feel that today's webinar will be five burning, long awaited. I missed you a lot. Last time we met was at Evorich on the 1st of October, if you remember. And within those days, 2 weeks passed. We managed to do a lot of things. We launched our 100 testers of the public exchange and blockchain. And today we stopped the testing, terminated the testing to discuss some findings, some takeaways. I will share some news. First of all, there will be my slides. I will travel you through these slides, and then I will answer your questions. And for those partners who joined our community, our group of companies, the Academy of Private Investor, our consumer community NEEW quite recently, for these people, I will introduce myself. My name is Maria Antonenko. I live in Moscow, have over 20 years experience in finance, and I am the head of blockchain technologies department in our NEEW company. Next slide, please. Yes, last year we launched Cryptounit program, and the objective of that program was to create global investment portfolio, and we raised funding under the Cryptounit program by selling educational information packages. And as a bonus for each EIP purchased, our partners received CRU token points. And now, this year, 2020, 1 year after, we registered our token as a share of the global investment portfolio with the Securities and Exchange Commission. But since throughout the year, starting from the March of 2019, we have been promoting our CRU program. We were copied, and there are 2 tokens with the sticker CRU. Wait a second, please. Guys, can you hear, can you see me? Yes, now I see that you can. So we were copied. There was CRU project with the abbreviation CRU, and another one, I don't remember their name, it emerged quite recently on the Korean exchange, and it has 3 letters, CRU, and therefore we changed our name, and now we are named World CRU, not to make us different, but CRU token has been retained. And now, step by step, I will try to explain to our partners who watch this video tomorrow, 2 days after, 1 month after, and for those partners who have been with us since March 2019 or October 2019 or any month in 2019 when you joined Cryptounit program. World CRU token, we will talk about it starting from the 1st of November. To date, it is not available. It is not on sale. It will be new sales of new tokens starting from the 1st of November. And what we have today now, no one can deprive us of it. So this is what we got under the Cryptounit program as the bonus points when we purchase EIPs. All this is retained, and all our investments into gold mining, filmmaking industry, real estate, innovative transportation, basalt technologies. So we still keep all these, and it will expand in future and grow. Next slide, please. Together with you, we witnessed hard work taken from February 2020. We developed our own blockchain, and today, starting from the 7th of October, the test session of blockchain of Cryptounit was tested by 100 testers. We created 100 accounts, topped up CRU tokens, and launched issue of UNTB in this test pilot space. And our first testers even tried staking on blockchain. They tested what it means to transfer tokens to exchange, USDU, UNTB token, and CRU tokens. And if we have some time left, then at the end of the webinar, I will show to you how our crypto blockchain wallet looks. Look, and we noticed within these few days, when our group of first testers started to test crypto wallets and started to enter the public exchange, there were 3 groups or classes, 3 categories of users. One category includes experienced traders with experience in HitBTC, Binance Exchange, in Coinbase Exchange, different exchanges. And these people, very few of them, by the way, they actually gave us very high quality feedback. We need to improve this. We need to make adjustments. We make to change the places on the interface. They had no suggestions about the crypto wallets. They all liked our design, as everything is simple. All these symbols and signs are quite clear. Send, receive, everything is fine. But for exchange interface, they made some suggestions about improvements from this group of people experienced in trading. The second category of people, it was the first time they saw it, and it was really hard and difficult for them. Some of them immediately lost their tokens through sending them to the exchange. There were those who could not withdraw tokens from the exchange, as in the field address, they indicated their email instead of their wallet. Our IT programmers did not expect to deal with these non-prepared people. They were joking. They should input the address of their residence. So this is the address of wallet. How can they put their emails? So a person with poor experience, they see the field address and they're puzzled what to indicate. So send my crypto units to my home address. And when we faced this challenge, we realized that we need to adapt the internal interface of the exchange to meet the demands of not professional traders, but the majority of our community, having no wallets before and having no chance to trade in public exchange. So the testing is terminated and all our testers returned their tokens from public exchange to the wallets, and there was a funny contest to find the person who will get the highest UNTB, USDU, CRU tokens, the best trader and investor. And at that moment, we found out the third group of testers who failed to enter the exchange and their wallets. Yes, they submitted their application during the event. They were very excited to be in the list of the first 100 people, but eventually, yes, they are our top leaders. Some of them have large structures. They run webinars and meetings. But because of being too busy within this week from the 17th to 15th of October, they failed to enter their exchange. Including Andrei, Mila, and Valentin. And we had a meeting with them, and I asked them, guys, did you manage to go there? And they say, no, we were too busy. And look, within these 10 days, actually, I did not trade myself in the exchange as I didn't have time. But what I managed to do is to stake a part of my CRU to get UNTB. And when I showed to them that within these few days, 3-day difference, that they didn't allocate some spare time to go to the wallet and press the button stake, I managed to mine 250 UNTBs. And there is a regular question, how many UNTBs will we get? How to calculate the number of UNTBs I will get after staking? Look, today it's not possible, as out of 100 people having this chance, only 4 persons benefited from this option. Only 4 persons from 100 testers we had tried this option and pressed the button stake CRU to get UNTB. And what issuance of UNTB is? Look, in this slide, I detail it for you to understand it clearly. What issuance of our technical token on blockchain? Blockchain is composed of blocks where transactions are. These blocks go through the computers, go through the servers of our validators. Through those computers that validate the transaction. Each block with this information about the transaction is generated by our blockchain in half a second, not in 5, 10, 50 seconds. As you read it in the slide, 0.5 seconds, half a second to generate one block. And block includes 10,000 transactions, 10,000 transfers from peer to peer, from peer to the exchange, from exchange to the wallet. So everything going between the transfers, the wallets, CRU tokens, USDUs, all these are called transactions. And the speed is that each block is generated every half a second, and the reward or an award for this is 40 UNTB tokens. Where do we allocate it? It is accumulated in validators nodes, and in case you stake your CRU tokens, then you get a part of this award mined. 95% goes to the owners of the CRU owners, and only 5% is distributed to validators. The tokenomics is available only in English language now, as we are in a hurry to translate so many documents into our all our languages. You can use Google Translate option. Please copy it and translate it into your relevant language for you to understand what tokenomics is. And I'd like to explain in detail this issue of UNTB by using an example of Bitcoin mining. To mine Bitcoins, people buy ASICs. They are the so-called fast speed computers or ant miners. They are hardware similar to a system block of your computer, but inside one ASIC there are many processors. This ASIC, I don't know how many, 20, 30 microprocessors, and it does some computation to mine one Bitcoin block. And the award, so this mined Bitcoin block is 6.25 Bitcoins per block. In our blockchain, the award is 40 tokens per block. When Bitcoin was only launched, they paid 50 Bitcoins per block. In our case, 40, but 10 years ago, they had 10 Bitcoins per block. And why do they have only 6 today? Because with each stage of block mining, there was the process of having 50 Bitcoins per block, then 25, 12.5, and now 6.25 Bitcoins per block. In our blockchain, you don't need to buy this hardware, these expensive hardware ASICs. Everything you need to do on our blockchain is to send your tokens to stake them. UNTBs will be mined through nodes, and our CRU tokens will actually act as these ASICs. If I stake 25,000 CRUs, it's similar to my buying 25,000 ASICs and connecting them to mining farm, a huge Chinese farm. They are stored or kept on shelves, and our mining farm mines Bitcoins. But since I have a good share for 25,000 ASICs, so Bitcoin miners actually get 6.25 Bitcoin blocks, and they are distributed among all the ASICs that participated in the process of Bitcoin mining. And in our case, it's quite similar. All the CRU tokens that are staked and every 40 UNTBs per block will be distributed among all the tokens. Per one token, the equal number of UNTBs will be allocated. It means there are 4 of us staking, and meaning that it does not mean that we will get 10 each of these 40. Look, these 40 UNTBs will be allocated, distributed among us in proportion of our staking. If the amount I stake is larger, I will get more, but the number of UNTB per one CRU will be the same. So it depends on the number of people in total who stake. So the number of UNTBs is 40, whereas the number of people benefiting from staking will be different. And when we started to test it, and out of our testers, only 4 people staked, so it means that we got the full issue of UNTBs within these days. When I started discussing this model, when Andrei Havrata failed to stake, Mila failed to stake, we got the calculator and started to calculate 40 UNTBs have a second, so meaning 80 a minute. So then the number of hour in the hour and in 24 days, And eventually we got that every 24 days, the issuance of UNTB is 6,900,000. Almost 7 million UNTBs every day will be generated by our nodes. And these 7 million tokens a day will be distributed among all the CRU holders who benefited from staking. And today, to calculate the exact number of UNTB per 100 CRU or 1000 CRU, look, it's impossible. Hopefully now you understand this. In our tokenomics and white paper, we wrote this down, that at the start of blockchain, per one CRU staked, there will be 40 UNTBs, half a second, but it would be even higher because the statistics show that out of 100 people, only 60% actually entered their wallets, and out of the 60%, only 4 people were the first to stake. And therefore, in the first few weeks and even months, the earning in UNTB will be high. And yes, UNTB is highly liquid. You can sell them. If you receive them every half a second to your wallet, and you have a large package of CRUs, then you can sell UNTBs every second or every minute if you're not lazy. You can press the button, send to the exchange, send to the exchange, send to the exchange. You can do it once a day. You get up in the morning, have your cup of coffee, and then sell UNTB. It is at your discretion. But hopefully, now it's clear. I tried to explain what it means, issue of UNTBs. And one more thing, noted that many partners, our partners, do not distinguish between blockchain and exchange. Look, they mix it up. When we enter the exchange, when we enter the blockchain, people, it seems that these are equal things. And even the testers actually suggested, when they were given their logins and seed phrases, these keys to their crypto wallets, using the same login and the seed phrase, they tried to enter the exchange, whereas they are totally different things. And those who have never had a chance to be in the exchange and have never seen blockchain wallets, it took me a long time to explain the difference between blockchain and exchange, and then I realized how I can explain it in simple words. Let's take an example of Bitcoin. Bitcoin blockchain is single. It is one. It exists 10 years. On Bitcoin blockchain, they issued a lot of crypto wallets, a lot of developers who actually get the program code of Bitcoin and make a crypto wallet for you to keep your Bitcoins in a user-friendly way in the memory stick, on your PC, on your telephone. But actually, Bitcoins are stored in Bitcoin blockchain. On your smartphone, they are reflected, whereas they are kept on Bitcoin blockchain. And how many exchanges there are in the world that trade in Bitcoin? Dozens of them. You can go to Binance, to Matrix, to Bitfinance, HitBTC. So these are the names of different exchanges where you can easily buy and sell Bitcoins. But Bitcoin blockchain is single, is the only one. And similarly in our blockchain, blockchain is the single one. Crypto wallet is the only one, but as soon as we launch, we become popular, I'm sure that other developers will create dozens of crypto wallets where they will add our tokens. Tokens generated or based on EOS could be easily incorporated into any crypto wallet supporting EOS. But now we have no time to come to an agreement with any wallet about this integration. But for you to understand clearly that blockchain is the entries of your tokens, you will have one crypto wallet we will design, whereas there could be several exchanges. And this is the main difference. When we say that from the back offices, we will transfer your tokens to blockchain, it means that first of all, you will get your tokens to your crypto wallets, and then you will start thinking whether to go to the exchange or not. And in particular to those who have never been there, I believe you may not need it. Maybe you'd better wait for those guys, creators who made exchanges for different cryptocurrencies. So when our partners make these exchanges, and then you don't need to go to the exchange. You simply need to exchange CRU tokens to rubles, to euro, to US dollars, as you are not going to trade there. Therefore, when we say that we enter blockchain, this is one story. You simply get access to your crypto wallets and entrance with tokens to the exchange and entrance of users to the exchange. This is a totally different story, and they may be independent from each other. Next slide, please.
As for the registration with the Securities and Exchange Commission, we registered our white paper, which describes our Cryptounit program. The only thing that in the ticker, in the symbol of our token, it has WCRU, so that we're not mistaken for other tokens. So what's the difference between the partners who joined since last March or the partners that will join us in November, who will be buying packages of tokens with World CRUs? The WCRU has a lockup period for 365 days, and after 365 days, the defrosting or unlocking of WCRU tokens will take place according to the following schedule. As you can see on the slide, from the first half a year, it will be 1% every month, and then within 3 years, the entire package will be unlocked. So what does the registration with SEC of our tokens give us? It allows us to sell investment packages containing only tokens, not through EIPs or educational packages, and then give token points as a gift. No, we can now we will be directly able to sell our tokens, not educational information package with token points, but investment packages or investment tokens, security tokens in the UGPay group back office directly. And we're preparing the functionality of the UGPay group. There will be a separate back office, which will have no EIPs, but will have investment packages. 10, 100, 1,000, a million tokens. It's up to you. You, your clients, or your friends can choose what investment package they want to buy, how many tokens they want to buy, and they can buy directly without buying EIPs, education information packages. EIPs will stay in the Academy of Private Investors. It's going to be a purely educational project where people will be able to buy educational courses, but will not receive any token points with the educational package. Yes, some of the training courses can be combined. For example, an education package on social media with data mining package. Entrepreneurship training course combined with UGain license. But this will be a third-party sale. performed by Evorich, our marketing company, whereas security tokens will be sold by UGPay Group only. Next slide, please. So that's how our website, UGPay Group, looks like. You can see that the white paper is on that website in 6 languages. And I would like to thank the partners who noticed that when you download the file, some of the bullet points got mixed up and were like deleted. So from 1.3 to 1.8, and people were asking, where did those points go? Because we saw them in the contents, yet in the text of the white paper itself, we couldn't see them. Now they are in their intended place, and we would like to thank the partners who noticed it. The white paper, again, is posted in 6 languages: Russian, English, Italian, Spanish, Vietnamese, and Hindi. And there is a scroller in there. So if you see only Russian and English, but below you cannot see Vietnamese or Hindi, you just need to scroll down a little bit and you will see the white paper in your language, because many people cannot see that there is a yellow scroll down button that you can move up or down. And there is a link to the SEC registration. What else we noticed over the last week is that partners were trying to call SEC, were trying to write to the SEC, Securities and Exchange Commission. It looks like they're not convinced with the link to the SEC registration. They think that it's just a picture. It's not. If you click on SEC, you will go directly to the website of the Securities and Exchange Commission. And on that page, where you can see our control number, it's clickable as well. You can click on that clickable number, and below you will see documents, and you will have another document opened for you. And you can see and check all the documents on the website, official website of the Securities and Exchange Commission, uploaded there by UGPay. You don't have to call them and ask for clarification, because with your actions, you are in the way. Because lawyers are calling us all the time, like, guys, they're saying that we never saw such tokens before. You haven't launched it yet, and we already have 16,000 requests, tickets sent to us. And we're always telling our partners on open meetings, closed meetings, trust your company. We gave you the link, but not for you to go and call the Securities and Exchange Commission. So the only option left for us is to remove it all and not tell you everything, because as soon as we say something or show something, there is a lot of unnecessary requests and calls. Now, on our blockchain, we will have 4 tokens. This is a temporary measure. For new partners, we will sell WCRU tokens, and new partners will be able to buy their fair share of WCRUs in November and take that locked amount and stake it to get UNTBs in order to equalize their chances, you know? So you don't have to say, like, let's, as soon as the exchange opens, let's go there and stake it right away to get our share of UNTBs. No, you need to assess your current situation. What is best for you? Should you buy new tokens and stake them to get UNTBs? Maybe you have enough unlocked CRUs that you can stake to get UNTBs or sell them. So it's not something scary that we will have a new token. It just expands your opportunities, investment opportunities, both for the investor who will come to us in November, so that they do not feel, that they are put in an unfair position. Like, I'm unlucky because those guys, they joined Cryptounit program in March last year, and they can already stake their CRUs or WCRUs to get UNTBs. So what should I do? I would like to participate in the staking as well. So in order for the new investor not to feel like unfair treatment, we decided that even locked WCRUs can be staked to get your income in UNTBs. If you just joined like maybe a week ago, a month ago, 2 months ago, and naturally none of your token points have been released yet. So of course you have to exchange all of your CRUs for WCRUs and get your UNTBs, because you still have to wait. Whereas partners who have already some part of CRUs unlocked, they decide themselves whether they want to stake it or sell it. It's like a buffet, it's you can choose what to do with how to dispose of your assets. Okay, next slide, please. Now here I gave an example of, we called it budgeting. When you have a portfolio of CRU tokens, some of them are frozen, some are unfrozen, and you can make a choice and distribute your token. So you can either stake to get CRUs if your CRUs are unlocked. Then you can stake them to get UNTB. You can just keep your CRUs in your wallet so that you are able to sell them at any point you want. What if you're in a predicament and you need to get some liquid cash on your hand? So you sell it. Or you can transfer peer-to-peer your unlocked, I repeat, CRUs. Some people say that I have relatives, I have grandchildren, and we have an old grandfather or old grandmother. What if something happens to say, can they pass on their tokens to their children or grandchildren? Yes. You show them how to transfer their CRUs to the wallet, and then from there they can do whatever they want. They can do a P2P transfer or do extra exchange, meaning like if you're not really familiar with the exchange, you can do the exchange bypassing the official exchange. But with a person that you trust, for example, you can say, look, I'll transfer 100 CRUs and please pay me $100 for that. Hopefully in a matter of a couple of months, our CRUs will be costing $1 each. That's why I'm so bold in my forecasts. Now, those people who have WCRUs frozen, they can stake them to get UNTBs. Or look how you can exchange frozen CRUs to get WCRUs. Now we have CRUs that we received under the marketing plan or received them in January when there was a bonus. Remember, 10% bonus CRUs. And remember, we went to India, and for our tickets, we got a compensation, 30,000 CRUs. And those bonus CRUs have a release period of 540 days. And naturally, it's been too recent to have them released. So we take those bonus tokens under the algorithm of 2.0 and exchange them for WCRU. And they will be released, or the release will start after 365 days. And then you can stake them for UNTBs. So you can see you can reduce the freeze period by what? almost a year, like 10, 11 months. So this is the buffet that you need to understand. So you need to assess your portfolio, what kind of a condition, what kind of state your portfolio is, what kind of tokens it has, and then understand what kind of actions you need to take in relation to your CRU tokens. Or if you're a newcomer and you are thinking what it is better for you to buy, whether unlocked CRUs on the external exchange or buy EIP with locked CRUs. Of course, EIP, I repeat, it's educational information package. Of course, while the exchange is not yet launched, it's the only option for you left is to buy an EIP with locked CRUs that come as a bonus. Okay, now where were we? So you can buy an EIP with CRU tokens frozen, and in November you can exchange them for WCRU, and you can stake all of your WCRUs to get utility tokens called UNTBs. There was a minor glitch in the Russian room now where, okay. So these are the opportunities that we will all have in November when we implement or carry out all the works under the 5th stage of the development of the crypto wallet. Now our testers have tried it. They did the exchange of CRU for WCRU. There are still some things to polish. I think we'll take a couple of days to correct it. By Monday, I think it will be done. And at the end of the webinar, I'll show you how the wallet looks like, how it can be converted. Hopefully it will be more or less clear to you. Now let's look at the next slide. Hopefully, next slide, please. I think you already tried to devise your own table of CRU allocation for staking or staking of CRUs. You know, many people wrote to me, if had I known, I wouldn't have done this or I wouldn't have done that. Well, right now, the released CRU tokens can be staked in 2 different ways: staking for CRUs and staking for UNTBs. And the conditions have changed a little bit. We don't have the 1 month tariff, and we have removed the opportunity to have early termination of your staking in CRUs. Why have we done that? Because on blockchain, we will reserve for staking only 3 billion CRU tokens. And if people start staking, then terminating their staking, then this balance of 3 billion CRUs tokens intended for staking bonuses will either appear or disappear. And this is quite difficult to program on the basis of smart contract. So in order to avoid this situation, then when people first want to stake their CRUs, they don't want to unstake their CRUs. So we'll have to rewrite the smart contracts. It can be on blockchain like this. So you have to make up your mind whether you stake it for 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months or more. And if you stake your locked CRUs and decide to get CRUs, then it will be easier for us to allocate those 3 billion CRUs intended for staking. So what I would personally do if I had this buffet, I took as an example 10,000 CRUs. Today, to buy 10,000 CRUs, let's talk about external exchange, you'll need around $2,000. In EIPs, if you want to buy those CRUs as part of the EIPs, and like $10,000 package, 1,000 per month in installments, then the price will be 14 cents per token. In the exchange, it's 20 cents. We did some math and we see that the EAP installment plan, the unit price will be, or better, crypto unit price will be 14 cents. Then you can do your 2 payments and you'll get 10,000 locked CRUs. But okay, unlocked CRUs is a totally different story. So we take 10,000 unlocked CRUs. I personally would have staked them in the following way. 1,000 goes for 3 months staking, 1,000 CRUs goes for 6 months, 12, and etc. And my approach is like this because I don't want to be greedy. Many partners who see this unique staking as eventy for 36 months, they terminated their previous stakings and staked all of their unlocked CRUs there. Yes, it means that you're gonna have your passive income of 40% per month, but you won't be able to get access to your main deposit, to your principal amount. For 3 years, you won't be able to withdraw it. You will be able only to withdraw your interest. And to be able to have some kind of a stash of liquid assets, I would allocate my staking like this. I would diversify. That's why we learn how to create a diversified portfolio. And most of our partners, when some promotions are launched, new types of staking are launched, they forget everything that we taught them about diversification, and they invest all of their assets in one thing. Someone says me, only 7,000 CRUs are deposited, not 10,000. Yes, you're right. It was a test of your attention, of your noticing, of your powers of notification. Indeed, 3,000 tokens were not staked at all. It was like for a rainy day. What if you need to sell them? So you can sell them. So 3,000 tokens, CRUs were not staked at all. So what can this allocation give you? In 3 months, some part will be already automatically unstaked, and you can either sell it or stake it to get UNTBs or do something else. Send it to someone. It will provide you with a quarterly revenue or a better return of your deposit back to your principal amount. But if you don't need that to receive every 3 months something to sell it, of course you can opt for the Eventy staking and leave off 4% per month by selling what you receive as an interest. Or you can set up such a complex wheel of compound interest. So when we took the master profit and did the table of compound interest with our staking on blockchain, we could not even imagine this kind of table, that it could be that it can be done. It's like an endless money machine, like perpetual money machine. So you get your interest in the form of unlocked CRUs, you stake them again. And then some of the CRUs get released after a certain period of time. You stake them to get UNTBs, and then UNTBs can be sold. So there are a bazillion of options here. And then if you don't want to sell your CRUs for an immediate profit at 20 cents in November, for example, you can stake them all and launch that wheel of fortune, wheel of profits. You don't have even to do that tariffs, all of them. Boris Ayaso told us that you can stake them almost every day of the month so that you would receive staking income every day. So it gets you such an immense compound interest, that compound interest on interest on interest. It's something incredible. It's like, you know, your money giving birth to children, and those children giving birth to their own children, like money delivering money, delivering money. So again, I repeat, if you stake your unlocked CRUs, you won't be able to early terminate that staking contract. You can sell the interest that you get. And one more thing, if you want to withdraw or unstake your CRUs after the expiry of the period, it takes 72 hours to unstake them until that money, those tokens, go back to your crypto wallet. Well, yeah, people were asking about those 3 billion CRU tokens. So what happens when all the 3 billion CRU tokens end? So will our tokens be on the staking without interest for 2-3 years? No. When you stake your CRUs, a smart contract will be executed, and the necessary amount of CRUs will be reserved in your name for the entire period, 2-3 years. If in November we have 1 billion unlocked CRUs in total, and if people stake them all for 24 months, then that CRU stake account, which has 3 billion CRUs on it, you can see 24 multiplied by 2.5%, it's 60%. 0.6 billion CRUs will be reserved. If all those 1 billion unlocked CRUs will be staked for Eventy staking, which is 36 months, then we shall reserve 30 multiplied by 8% equals 240%, which equals 2.4 billion CRUs.
This distribution, as soon as their CRU staked are seized, they are in the reserve to pay out in 3 years, you may not stake CRU for CRU. And here, if you are the first to come, the first served, and you actually transfer your unblocked CRU and stake them, while the 3 billion is available for future accruals, this staking option will be available. As soon as the CRUs cease, you may not stake CRU for CRU. There will be only one staking option, CRU for UNTB. And this staking CRU for CRU applies only to unblocked CRUs. Blocked world CRUs only for UNTB. Hopefully it's clear now. Next slide, please. Well, I like examples, as you see, and let's discuss some examples. A partner from March 2019, and these people have about 6% of tokens that are unblocked. So this is the 7th or 8th month when every month there is unblocking of 1.5%. And for those partners who joined us from the very beginning, this buffet, CRU for CRU, CRU for UNTB, and those tokens that are blocked for 540, then I would recommend exchanging them into World CRU and stake for UNTB. And unblocking, which is going on, you may decide at your discretion, half of blocked CRUs to be exchanged into World CRUs, but then you start calculating a new period of unblocking. You exchange CRU into world CRU, and another 365 days, the world CRUs will be blocked. So partners joining us from October. Why October? Because the year sharp has passed. And for these partners, the first unblocking is to expect, the first 1%. And they were looking forward to this unblocking, and now they are thinking what to do, exchange into world CRUs and wait for another year for this unblocking. But they can mine UNTB, or to wait for the first, the second, the third month, or to wait for another 12 months until some part will be unblocked, and only then exchange. Look, this is at your resort, at your discretion, at your family budget and your context and situation, as situations vary. Maybe for someone this 1% unblocking is like support that will save you from poverty, from starvation. Sometimes people text me, guys, my partner's house actually was on fire. This is a fourth major event, and when will it happen, as I want to help them. And if you see that your unblocking is to come quite soon, the first percentage is to come. No one actually speeds you. So benefit from this unblocking, sell your tokens, feel the flavor of money, feel comfortable, making sure that you invested into your education 1 year ago and it was not in vain, but today you have a unique money making machine which offers you different options for multiplying your capital. And those partners that joined us from any month of 2020, unblocking will not come quite soon. Yes, for them, it's better to exchange their portfolio into the world CRU and so stake them for mining UNTB, or a new partner who is considering the option of joining the program, what to do. Either to buy the EIP with CRUs attached, or wait for the public exchange to be functional and buy unblocked CRUs there. But as we always teach you, diversify your portfolio, and blocked CRUs that could be exchanged into WCRU, while inside the EIP the price is low, and unblocked CRUs to be purchased on the public exchange, but quite likely the price there will be much higher than CRUs included into the EIPs. So if you are an investor and you search for investment opportunities and you distribute your investment capital into among different segments, I want this, that, and that, as this is the rule of diversification, but it is upon your discretion fully. Next slide, please. Roadmap. Everyone is asking when can we expect it? Well, considering our first round of testing of crypto wallets and public exchange suggested very low capacity and competence of our partners, it takes time to change exchange interface into a simpler one and add the words that the address is the address of your wallet but not of your email. So make some improvements and developments, and then we will this program code of the public exchange to provide for audit, to get the audit statement. We already started to work with auditors, technical audit. City Lab company, if I'm not mistaken, guys, I'm not sure, at our next webinar I will introduce this name. This is a company that audits banks and high-tech companies running online payments. So they make a full audit of code against vulnerability, its resilience to DDoS attacks, and they say that their audit will take 1 month. We started to cooperate with them this week. From the 10th of October, we transferred to them our website, our program code. We gave access to our crypto wallets like testers. They also work and try to hack our exchange. And why do we need this audit? The exchanges that have a certificate that they went through the technical audit, yes, DDoS attacks, these exchanges have the right to insure all their assets, even if they are some cryptocurrencies with the European insurance companies. We will not launch our public exchange without insuring the assets of our partners. And for this purpose, we need this technical audit. And in case they audit us not in 1 month, but 3 weeks, then we will insure our exchange and it will be launched earlier. But the tentative dates are the following: starting from the 10th of October and 1 month after. It will take us to be audited and expect recommendations from our auditors. If everything is ideal and perfect, I don't know whether it is possible. So they give us their report and we launch. But if there are some vulnerabilities detected and some fine-tuning requires, then we will troubleshoot and make adjustments. Well, but let's come back to the roadmap. Initially, we planned to keep staking inside back office, but this situation with the internal exchange, when there was the collapse of balances, actually it suggests that we should migrate all our tokens to blockchain and staking. Our IT department is remedying and correcting balances. So everything you didn't get in September, October after unblocking, and all those accruals after staking that you didn't receive, they will be paid out, and hopefully by the end of this next week, the balances will be equalized. And after this balancing this taken, and I see that there are those who even failed to get their accruals for August, staking inside the back office will be terminated. There was a plan that in late October it will be terminated. Quite likely, yes, we will do it in late October, that all the percentages for interests for staking will be accrued, and inside your back office you will find a link of going to your crypto wallet. So you will transfer all your CRUs, blocked and unblocked, only 2 types of CRUs, all the blocked items, including bonus points or those purchased inside EIPs. So they will be migrated to crypto wallet. And considering the results of testing, that not every tester managed to go to the crypto wallet after getting these chance, we will wait for some days to make sure that most of our users transfer their CRUs onto the blockchain. We will run webinars, try to reach out everyone. And as soon as we see that the majority of partners have transferred their CRUs into blockchain, only then we launch the issue of UNTB, to avoid the situation that someone is absent-minded and miss something. And the vulnerable group is top leaders, as they're very busy, they are on trips, they run webinars, so they can miss the start of the issue of UNTB to make sure that everyone is in equal conditions. And then inside the crypto wallet, there will be two types of staking. Staking for CRU and for UNTB. After the issue of UNTB, we will wait for another few days, 5-7 days, for instance, waiting for the people to be skillful in staking their CRUs in crypto wallets. So why should we open the public exchange while no one has UNTB? And as soon as in the user's account we see the emergence of UNTB, and on blockchain we can see it, how many tokens are staked, how many are already in the, so how many UNTBs people have in their accounts. We will follow the activity of our partners, and then we launch registration for the exchange. Whereas now we have the verification process, which is done only manual, we may not handle the over 1,000 or 10,000 users. So our support desk can verify only several thousand people a day. And 100 people may not actually trade. You see it, although the partners who applied for testing, they said that they have bots and they are experienced, but none of the testers actually activated the bot. Whereas in the public exchange, API key is done quite easily to activate bot, and the trading was very slow. So very slowly, once an hour, someone places an order, and with 1,000 partners, active partners only, there is no need to launch trading. So after 10 days of verification, there will be two markets opened, CRU for USDU and UNTB for USDU. And why we decided this way? The public exchange is ready. There are 12 currency pairs, Litecoin, EOS, Bitcoin, but the testing suggested that people CRU into USDU, so it's difficult for them to deposit on the exchange, but should they start sending Bitcoin, Ethereum, they will lose them immediately, and they do not even understand that we may not impact this anymore. On blockchain, you may not reverse the situation. If you input a wrong address of your currency wallet, you will lose your Bitcoin, Ethereum. Therefore, we will initially at the first time deactivate this, and USDU to back it with USD at the Binance exchange. There will be a wallet USDT, and we're still hesitant about USDC to ensure liquidity of USDU. So those people who urgently need to sell CRU and get US dollars, this option will be possible. You exchange CRU into USDU, and USDU is secured with Tether. So a third market on our public exchange, but it could not be called as the exchange. It is an exchanger, an exchange point. And then, so you exchange and you order the withdrawal. So this is the plan. And then in the first month, it will be a simple functionality, and every month we will add to our exchange another currency pair. We will add Bitcoin, Ethereum. I remember the time Binance was launched. So first of all, they had BNB coin against Bitcoin and Ethereum, only two currency pairs. But stepwise, every month they added another currency pair, and today it is one of the largest exchanges in the world. Next slide, please. Actually, this is a Q&A session. Before I start answering the questions, I want to share my screen and will take another 5 minutes of your time to show you the way our crypto wallet looks like. My screen sharing. Please give me a sec. This is my desktop. I will find it. I will zoom in the pictures. As soon as you come to crypto wallet, you are to indicate seed phrase or secret code, which is generated on your in the personal back office. Then you invent PIN code, which is effective for 1 session. You enter your crypto wallet and you actually create this PIN code of 6 symbols. And if you log out your crypto wallet, then for the next session, you can create another PIN code. This is the way our crypto wallet looks. This is the test net space. All the balances are fake. They are not authentic. For all the testers of the exchange, we accrued 100,000 CRUs, no world CRU, 100,000 UNTB, and 100,000 USDU. Look, in the exchange, I sold some CRU and I got 100 USDU plus. So this is my result of working on the exchange. Out of 100,000 UNTB, I got 468,512 UNTB, but it's not the all. Look, you can press the button, refresh balances. You go to CRU staking. The last time I withdrew my UNTB 7 hours ago. In staking, I have 40,000 CRUs. Altogether, 97 CRUs, and I can actually stake another 57,000. And this arrow that shows the share or the part of your balance to be staked. If you change the percentage, the amount to stake can be changed, or you can indicate it specified manually, 10,000 CRU, and press the button stake CRU. Then you enter your PIN code, confirm it. There is a message on the test server. And now, look, I have 50,000 CRU staked. And my wallet shows that in 7 hours, I did not withdraw my mined UNTBs, 14,000. I press claim UNTB. They have been mined in the node somewhere, in this validation node, and in 7 hours, 14,000 UNTBs are mine as a in proportion to my staking amount. And this way I take them and update it a few seconds ago. Here you see that 50,000 staked, and some seconds will pass as each block should be validated. It is not done instantly, but a few seconds after, as each block is mined every half a second. But for a few transactions to be validated in the network, it takes 3-4 seconds, and you see that UNTBs have been added to my balance. Then you go to the dashboard, the total amount, and here you see 483,000, whereas before it was 460,000. This is the staking or UNTB mining in process in the currency wallet. And here I can send them either to the exchange or to any peer to say 1,000 UNTBs. Then here I specify the number of the crypto wallet of the peer I want to send to, and the memo. So if it is sent to the exchange, memo will be generated by the exchange. And if you send to a peer, then you create this memo on your own to actually track this transaction on the blockchain. This is the history of blockchain. So received CRU from exchange, receive UNTB, and memo as reminders indicated by the exchange, and stake inside the crypto wallet, and here convert CRU into WCRU. It's quite easy as well. You indicate 100 CRU to be converted into world CRUs. What I want to show you as well, these circles, RAM, CPU, and net. These are the resources of our blockchain for the sake of which we need to have UNTBs on balance. Many people ask, where is the benefit of UNTB? As there is no charge in the network, our tokens are sent to each other free of charge, but all these transactions actually occupy some memory, some space. As soon as I stake or get some UNTB, these are entries, and all the entries on the blockchain actually keep some memory, like in your smartphone, your pictures, or a message in WhatsApp, and etc. And similarly, these transactions take some memory of the blockchain. And if we see that this circle is almost close to 100%, our memory is almost occupied, we need to buy UNTB to expand the memory of our crypto wallets. It's quite similar to your storing your files on Google Disk. So some number of gigabits is free, 15, if I'm not mistaken, and then Google sends you a message, the memory is almost complete, you may buy an extra. And similarly here, if you see that it's almost complete, then you actually sell RAM, and the crypto wallet will show you the required UNTBs. Now I use 3 kilobits, 13 is optional, is extra. And if I don't need this 13 kilobits and I'm not going to use my wallet, I can actually sell the 13 and get the income of 3.5 UNTBs. But the more partners use our wallets, the higher the value of UNTB will be, as everyone will not have them a lot, they will be in scarcity. And initially we had 100 testers and only 4 of us staked, but when there are hundreds, thousands of us and each will get 40 UNTBs a month, then the price, the value of this UNTB will go up as soon as a person will need to buy additional RAM or CPU to speed up the space of the transfer of tokens to traders or someone else. This is the way our crypto wallet looks. Here, there is the voting option for validators. So we have 4 nodes, 4 block producers, but closer to the production, when we are in crowds migrate from the back office, there will be 21 block producers, and you can select the one to vote for, who you like more. And this voting procedure for some other decisions will be made, for instance, to pay out or not pay out dividends and USDU tokens as well. We can send them to peer-to-peer with the number of accounts to be indicated. It is here at the top. You copy it and some memo as the reminder for which, to whom, any phrase for you to track, to trace it in the history of transactions.
The history of transactions can be filtered. For example, I want to see only what happened to my CRU tokens. I staked them, I received them, I unstaked them, or with my UNTBs. Here I received some, sent some, and so on. So it's quite user-friendly. Even if you don't know other foreign languages, you can still find your way around here. Not so many buttons, and they are all have some symbols, you know, like arrows to explain what it means. You see the green arrow looking down, it's what we received. If you stake them, you can see a padlock. So it's kind of a intuitive and user-friendly. I don't think I ever met anything as user-friendly as this wallet. There is a word, native, you know, it's like intuitive. So it's quite clear what you need to press, what button to click. So when we migrate all of the transactions to the blockchain, you will have a list of CRUs that are locked. You can exchange them for WCRU. We will, don't worry, make it as user-friendly as possible. Like foolproof, you know, both our grannies and grand-grannies will be able to figure it out. We haven't left too much time left. We haven't too much time left, and literally like 5 minutes, I think. And I would like to tell our partners that we prepared a quite an impressive document which has 47 questions and 47 answers. And we put those questions together from our closed webinar, from your chats when you wrote things. For now, this document is available in the back offices only in Russian. In the section News, you can see my picture there and the answers to 47 most frequently asked questions. So people who are asking me questions in the Russian chat, I see that you haven't familiarized with that document because you are repeating the same identical questions that have already been covered in that document. And since the partners from other chats were not able to read that document because of their not speaking Russian, hopefully our translators will have those main 47 frequently asked questions translated into our working languages. And I'm not going to take the questions from the Russian chat, I'm sorry, because I see lots of them are repetitive and most of them are already answered in the section news in the back office. And now I would like to ask our interpreters to pick the best questions in the Q&A. I know that Dennis is the head of the interpreters department, already read that document. If we have some of the questions that have not been covered yet, if the questions repetitive, like what's the value, what's the difference, etc., etc. So most probably tomorrow you will already have, we will have the answers. You will first read it instead of us, taking an hour to answer those questions. Let's see if we have any unique questions, and we'll give it like literally 5 minutes. We have a question that has been asked several times. What about the minors' accounts, the underage holders' accounts? Will their portfolio be migrated to the blockchain? Well, we had a question regarding UNTBs. How long those UNTBs will be mined? Guys, you haven't read the tokenomics. It was already posted, and it says that UNTBs will be mined, will be issued for 10 years until 2030. Only 4 UNTBs will be awarded on the last year. So those of you are with our webinar here and follow the news are in a very advantageous position. So just do not miss the launch of the blockchain, and in the form of the liquid tokens, which will be in deficit. Call your friends, call your partners, and tell them about it, all those questions. And ask them, okay? No, UNTBs won't be burned, someone says. There will be only 8 billion issued, and they will stay. Guys, I'm now reading all the questions, and more than half of them are literally like have already been answered. So I'm sorry for skipping them. You will have 10 tokens originally, initially in your wallet. And then $1 will be written off from our back offices. At first, we wanted to do it 20, 30 cents. But since we are not able to transfer cents in the back office for opening a crypto wallet, a $1 will be charged. I don't think it's too much to be able to use this beauty. Yep. So guys, for some reason, Maria cannot hear us in the Russian chat. Let me, if I guys, anyways, look, let's first familiarize with the document, because Maria doesn't seem to be able to hear us for some reason. Let me check. Maria. Guys, I'm sorry. I tried to ask some of your questions, but for some reason she cannot hear us. Neither me, nor Olya, nor Alessia from the Italian room. But guys, I guess let's read the document that Maria mentioned, and I'm sure that most of your questions will be addressed and answered. And then on Saturday, we have one more webinar with Mila, Anastasia, and I think if there are still questions left, we will definitely answer those questions. Okay, guys? No, good night. Have a nice day if it's still morning where you are, and take care.